Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to American Defender. Today's going to be a straight to the point kind of video. We're going to talk about the Kahr PM45. Yet again, range report. Okay, so we took the Kahr PM45 to the range. Big shout out to Ted's Shooting Range in Queen Creek, Arizona for letting me come out there and run a few rounds through this little jackhammer of a handgun. All right. Let's talk about the shooting of the Kahr first. We'll talk about ammo, and then we'll talk about the target, and then that should be it. All right. Everything you've heard about the Kahr is true as far as smooth trigger, slide, reliability. It's true. The thing was very reliable. Had one malfunction. One. Okay? Had one malfunction, and that malfunction was because of a burr that had formed while we were shooting on the feed ramp at the very edge of it, the thinnest part of it. And the one round that happened to jam up on us, it was a failure to feed, was a Speer Gold Dot. And Speer Gold Dots are kind of known for that. All right. And the reason they're known for that is because of the construction of the bullet. So, again, we tried Speer Gold Dots, Federal HST 230 grain plus P, and then I shot the few rounds of ball ammo, and that was it. All right. But here is that gold dot, if you guys can see that, hopefully. All right. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's basically flat right across the nose there. It's flat. I mean, you couldn't get much flatter than that. All right. It is a flat nose hollow point. And it also has some really soft lead exposed at the end there. And this is why Speer Gold Dots in a lot of handguns out there, you get the occasional failure, because if there's a little bit of a burr or anything, it can come up and catch right there on the end of that bullet. All right. The other rounds that we shot, again, like I said, were the Federal HST 230 grain plus Ps. Didn't have any issues with these. None. Zip. All right. These function flawlessly, and as you'll see here in a minute, they were the most accurate round out of this handgun. The gold dots, for some reason, Speer still thinks that you should be using a small pistol primer and a 45 ACP. They have their excuses behind it that people buy. I don't buy it. All right. And then you have Federal with the way a 45 should be, with a large pistol primer. So, again, there you go. There's your small versus your large pistol primer. Get the best you can see it there. All right. The Federal's a better round. Also, the Federal's a cheaper round. I paid $25 for 20 of these. I paid $32 for 25 of these. So maybe this is a little bit more money, or maybe it equals out. Who knows? But, I mean, you'll see here on the paper, I wasn't very happy with the way the gold dots were performing. I was very surprised with the way these performed. Okay. So let's just show the target here, because the proof is in the paper. I would say pudding, but they wouldn't allow me to shoot that at the range. All right, so our first group, Speer Gold Dots, nothing but gold dots. All right, is right there. You got to get down here too. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you got a 6-shot group right there. That's terrible. At 5 yards. That's terrible. All right. That is disgusting. I mean, I don't have my tape measure here, but group like that, I mean, it's over 5 inches. If you were doing a 5-on-5 at 5 drill with this, you'd have failed. All right. If you were using gold dot. So then I tried it again. I tried gold dot again. Loaded 4 rounds up. Shot a 4-shot group. And right there. All right. And it tightened up a little bit. So this one right here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Much tighter. That one's acceptable. All right, so if I was to take a look at that group, take my Zin can here. Other than one little flyer off to the side here, the bulk of that group's the size of this Zin can. To be that would be acceptable because, well, you get the idea. All right, so it tightened up a little bit better. I don't know what happened with those rounds there, but this group right here, the second group, is where they had the jam. All right. Also, the looser group that's on here, I was doing slow, concentrated fire like they want you to do at the range that I went to. After I saw the production of that group or how that was, I was like, not doing that. Okay, so I sped it up a little bit, and that's when that tightened up. Then I switched over to HSTs. Okay. And I went with my normal cadence that I normally would shoot at in a self-defense situation, which is pretty much just pull, 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 you know. And that right there is a 5-shot group. There's a 5-shot string right there that is about an inch. All right. About an inch at 5 yards. Okay. And so then we went ahead and we moved it up. Now, the rest of this crap that you see on here is me dorking around, okay? But the other thing to consider here, too, is with these really low groups down here, I was aiming here. I had the front dot, the front sight sitting right here, and it was hitting down there. This group in the 9 ring, right here, I was aiming here, so I was hitting down here. In order to hit here, I had to aim up here. Okay, I had to put the dot up on that line. So that could be a characteristic of the gun. The front sight could be too high. You know, it could be a lot of things like that. It could be the way I was holding it. Could just be how it shoots that ammo. I don't know. But it shoots the Federal HSTs way, way more accurately. Okay. So again, big shout out to the shooting range out there in Queen Creek. Ted's shooting range. All right. There's their information. Go out there and shoot. They're good people. Nice store. If you're in Arizona, you're going to want to shoot inside. It's too damn hot. It's 2:24 in the morning. It's 105 outside still. And I don't have any air conditioning on, if you can tell. I'm gleaming and glistening. Okay, so, yeah. Is it accurate enough for self-defense? Because remember, that's what this is. This is a self-defense pistol. This is down and dirty fight time kind of pistol. Yeah, this thing will rock your world. All right. What about recoil? Was the recoil excessive? No, I wouldn't say so. No. Considering things, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say it was excessive. Okay. I will tell you there's a big difference in the recoil going from standard 230 grain to plus P. Huge difference. It's kind of the difference of going from a 38 Special to a 357 Magnum. It's that kind of a difference. Okay. But the firearm wants that plus P. All right. So I'm going to give it the plus P. It wants the plus P. It can have the plus P. Also, a couple updates that I have to, or corrections, I should say, from my last video. And I know there's some of you out there that like this kind of information. All right, so I called Kahr about this. Now, originally I had gone online to one of those forums that has, you know, the thread that says, you know, if you have these two characters, this is when your gun was built. And that's where I came up with the 2020, 2021 thing in the last video. I called Kahr because I mostly wanted to know if I could shoot plus P out of this. And I didn't see anything in the manual that said anything, yay or nay. And then while I was on the phone, I was like, can you just tell me when my gun was built? This gun was built in October. It was October 28th exactly, 2014. So if you have an SV in your serial number, if that's what it begins with, you have a 2014 model. And as far as the updates that I previously mentioned with the slide and all of that, and the differences in the trigger and all of that, that happened in 2004. So any of the cars that you buy now are going to have those updates on them. All in all, this is a very, very hard to beat, still the king of compact carry in 45, in my opinion. There is one other Challenger out there that I'm going to get my hands on very soon, and that is the XDS in 45. It's a little bit bigger, same capacity. I'm going to try it out. All right, and we're going to see how it does as soon as I can. I don't know when. I just know I'm going to do it. It's in the works. And we'll put it up against the Kahr. But I'm going to be honest right now when that video drops. I think the Kahr is going to kick its butt. So with that, I thank you for watching, guys. I do have a goal of hitting 3,000 subscribers just as quick as I can. So if you like this kind of stuff, if you have any suggestions for content too, please let me know. All right. I'm one man that has to come up with ideas. And so if you have something you would like to see, let me know down there in that comment section. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, and well, I will see you all on the flip. Bye now.